Well, as you probably understood, I am a very big fan of Nainggolan. I've grown up seeing Roma play with Nainggolan. My Roma generation was made up with a warrior in the midfielder section. I think nowadays as well, I have never seen such an aggressive midfielder as Nainggolan was in his prime when Roma had amazing players. It was that season, and I can fully say to you that I have never seen, and I'm struggling to find, even nowadays, a midfielder which was as aggressive as Nainggolan. The only player who I can visualize being as aggressive as Nainggolan nowadays is Kante, but I genuinely think that in some occasions Nainggolan was 10 times more aggressive than Kante. Now, obviously, there are things to say. Why in your brain today, you're probably asking yourself, why the hell is Simon talking about Nainggolan today and a potential, very unlikely Nainggolan return? I'm talking about Nainggolan today for the simple reason being that we have to think, just transfer updates. But the reason why today's live stream is on Nainggolan is because after yesterday's match, he spoke, and this speech he put on Twitter has kind of got many Roma fans believing in a potential Nainggolan return. Because I'm gonna start off by saying what he said. What Nainggolan said is that he is struggling to live with Roma playing this bad. And he also said that Mourinho, for success at Roma, he needs top players. With this quote he put on Twitter yesterday night, as I said before, many fans, got that sort of feeling, that sort of hope, because, Nainggolan might be 33 years old. But go ask every single Roma fan out there and you will not find one AS Roma fan which would reject Nainggolan back at Roma. Trust me, you will not find a fan out there who will reject Nainggolan back at Roma. We have, I think the fact that he's still thinking about Roma is very impressive in my opinion. He's now a player in Belgium. He plays for Royal Antwerp. He now left Roma since quite a long while. He has Roma in his heart, and no one will ever be able to get Roma out of his heart. That is a fact. The amount of love he received, at Roma from the fans is something that, yep, there you go, it's starting pouring down with rain. Is something that I think, yeah, there you go, that's collapsed as well. I think Totti, De Rossi obviously are unbeatable when it comes to love from fans. I'm going to put it out there. The third players which Roma fans loved the most was Nainggolan, for one simple reason. For the way he honoured this shirt. And I'm going to talk about that, further on in this live stream. The way Nainggolan wore this jersey. The way Nainggolan felt, the feeling he received every time he put that Roma shirt on is something that in these last years I've never seen a Roma player do. And this is why I think, it's a sort of payback, He gave everything for this club. He wore this jersey as if it was his fucking heart or something. He was just amazing to watch. That's why the fans owe him a lot. When Nainggolan was at Roma, don't get me wrong, he had a lot of other players around him which were amazing. Mo Salah up front for a few seasons he had with Nainggolan. Totti was still playing with Nainggolan. Dzeko up front, Manolas in defence. Nainggolan did have a lot of good players around him, something which Roma nowadays does lack. But I think Nainggolan in his prime was the best midfielder, definitely, for at least 2 seasons. You couldn't find a midfielder which was more aggressive than this man. This is why Roma fans love it so much, and this is why Nainggolan has got Roma stuck in his heart, and nothing will ever stop him from, believing in a potential return. Every single time Nainggolan gets interviewed, one of the first things he says is, I would get back to Roma for free. And this, these feelings that he's having, I want to get back Roma. I want to help this team get back to where it was when I left. Because another reason, which obviously links back to the match reaction yesterday, why did Nainggolan leave? Because the fucking dickhead of Pallotta had to sell him. Nainggolan left when, yes, a few scandals did happen, but you just couldn't sell Nainggolan. You just couldn't. So that obviously links back to the arguments we were saying yesterday about Pallotta selling every top player. Nainggolan, one of the reasons why Nainggolan left is obviously, if people are not aware, that on I think it was New Year's of 2017, 2018, 2016, definitely one of these 3 years. He went live on Instagram, totally drunk, started cursing, started swearing while he was playing like tennis with, that kind of scandal is something which is definitely a big factor when it comes to Roma selling him. And he has said in many interviews that the way people now see Nainggolan is, oh yeah, he's not running anymore. He is, bloody Stevie Wonder on the ball. That's what I think football fans are now having a picture of Nainggolan. All of these interviews he's having, I think he's trying to make it clear, and he has said it in yesterday's interview as well, and a couple of days interview, that he is not the only player which drinks wine. He's not the only player who has smoked a cigarette. And he wants to make it clear that there are other players, they're still playing football nowadays, which do the same things which he had done. And because, football fans kind of have a bad impression of Nainggolan. Yes, don't get me wrong, if he comes back to Roma, he's not going to be that beast he was. He is now 33 years old. He has kind of ruined his life in a way. But what Nainggolan is trying to say is that I'm not the only one. So I'm going to get, the real thing what I'm trying to say is I would only get him back, obviously, if he's disposed to, lower his wages, which I think he's totally in favor of. If Roma, for example, if Roma pays 2 million, if Roma has 2 million to spend, why the hell? Like, an example is this. Why the hell, with those 25 million euros, 21, 22, whatever, we spent for Shomurodov, you know how much getting back Nainggolan would have been much better, because there is only one reason which I am gonna stress, and which is potentially the only reason why. As Logical Fallacy Watch says in the chat, one reason is definitely for nostalgia. What people need to understand, if he's 33 years old, he's not gonna be the player he was before if he comes back. So I am not saying, oh yeah, get him back, buy Nainggolan, that's immediate Champions League. No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, I'm the first person to say that spending a lot of money on Nainggolan would be a waste of money because he's coming towards the end of his career. But there is just one thing which Nainggolan brings to this team, which I think no other player that Roma can now buy after De Rossi and Totti are both, retired. There is just one big reason of why I would get Nainggolan back other than nostalgia. And this reason is a very important reason, because over the course of this season, mentality across all of these 11 players, all of the substitutions we have this season, doesn't exist. The mentality of, oh, I'm wearing a Roma jersey, I will fight for it. That's not there. I'm sorry, but that is not there. And that is a big factor of why we're losing so many points. These players don't have a winning mentality. So one of the few reasons I would say get Nainggolan back to Roma is he can set a winning mentality in the changing room. He knows the fans. He knows what the fans want. What the fans want. He knows, the ups and downs this club lives. Because, don't get me wrong, when he was a Roma player, it wasn't as if, they won the Champions League. It was, there were ups and downs. This is a club which will forever have an ups and downs, Don't expect Roma to start winning Champions Leagues over Champions League. This will forever be a club which will live ups and downs. Our ups in the last couple of years was this Champions League semi-final, which fans couldn't believe it. Or downs is these moments we're living. There will be other ups, there will be other downs. This is a roller coaster club. We're not talking about Manchester City. And thank God we're not talking about Manchester City. Because imagine how boring it would be to support a club like Manchester City. But something which is very vital to improve right now, and it might not be Nainggolan, but one of the players which we need to buy this summer is someone who can set the mentality out of all those bunch of players. Because there is not one player, I wouldn't even think Pellegrini has got a winning mentality. Nainggolan would pay himself, would sacrifice his own wages to get back helping this team. And the mentality, I'm going to emphasize this word, the mentality he would bring. That, I'm going to give you an example. If you've not been following Roma when Nainggolan was a player, and, if you're, just like me, if you're a teen, 16 years old, 15 years old watching this live stream right now, you know how nowadays music is all on rap, right? I'm not sure if many teens out there know who 6ix9ine is. The singer, the rapper, the coloured hair guy. He is, Nainggolan, apart from all the tattoos he has, like 6ix9ine, is the 6ix9ine of rap music nowadays. He is one of those guys which would step onto that pitch and he would be just like 6ix9ine. He would be, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? That was Radja Nainggolan. When do you ever see Cristante, Veretout, Mkhitaryan, Pellegrini go, are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? You don't. This is why, yes, buying Nainggolan obviously would be, potential waste of money. It depends how much money we spend on him. If we spend more than 2 million on Nainggolan, obviously I would turn it down. But Nainggolan would sacrifice everything he has to get back to Roma, to get back in front of these fans which have been supporting him for a long while, which are still supporting him. Go on, I invite you, after this live stream ends, go over, if you have Instagram, over to Nainggolan and see how many comments you will see with this written on. Look, I'll put it on the screen as well. Count how many comments from Roma fans there are saying this. Exactly this. Count, and I'm not kidding, go over on Instagram as soon as his Instagram and count how many comments in his last post there are saying this. Come back home, Ninja. Ninja. This is how we've named him, the Ninja. Because he would fight and fight and fight. So the conclusion of this is he would play. He would pay. He would sacrifice himself. He would sacrifice everything to get back playing and wearing a Roma shirt. And, another thing which needs to be, cleared out there is, because there are going to be, people who say, forget about Nainggolan. Obviously. What I'm saying is, buying Nainggolan is not, I'm buying Nainggolan and that's immediate top 4 position, that we're going to win the Coppa Italia next season, we're winning champions. No, Nainggolan is, we could say, leaning towards a done player, an ended player, a finished player, if you want to put it that way. And that's the reality. 33 years old, but you never, ever, ever, in a million years, Thiago Pinto, if you're watching this, if you really need to spend money on shitty players like Shomurodov, spend $2 fucking on Nainggolan getting back here, and that would sort out the mentality. That would sort out what, aggression means throughout these players, because they do not know what fighting for this jersey, they do not know what fighting for Roma means. Please, I invite you, as well as that Instagram thing I told you, to go look at Nainggolan AS Roma season video on YouTube, and that is the exact definition of Nainggolan's attitude. And I think with a manager like Mourinho, yes, he's coming towards the end of his career, but Nainggolan is in his prime would have been one, if not the most perfect player for Mourinho. What I'm trying to say is, we need to start avoiding wasting useless money. The amount of money we have spent on useless players in these last couple of years is insane. 20 million, 22 million for Shomurodov, 12 million for Korsdorp. There are definitely other players out there. Out of all the money we spent on useless players, to get Nainggolan back at Roma, you would need a maximum of 5 million, maximum. And when it comes to wages, I'm telling you, he is ready to sacrifice everything he has to get back wearing a Roma jersey. And I'm not exaggerating here. I'm not saying this because I'm a Roma fan. Nainggolan has said it everywhere, in every interview he had. I would pay to get back playing for AS Roma. So ladies and gentlemen, it's obviously, will it happen? I highly doubt it. But if Thiago Pinto has a little bit of brain in there, instead of spending useless money, I would definitely spend that useless money on Nainggolan. And you all know why. Go and watch right now a YouTube video on Nainggolan Roma 2018, 2017, 2016 even. And that you're gonna see right now is the exact definition of Radja Nainggolan's mentality. What you will see is obviously not if he comes back, is not what he will bring. Because, he's someone who is coming towards the end of his career. But look at this. He does play in a Farmers League, which is the Belgian league, but he scored 3 goals. He assisted 4 times. He is a defensive midfielder. I know it's the Belgian league, so criticize me. I know it's the Belgian league, but he's got better records than Cristante, for example. He's got better records than Vertu, for example. He's got better records than players that Roma were interested in him. There were a few players which Roma was interested in the French league. Remember when Roma was interested in Guimaraes, which now is a Newcastle player? I remember as if it was yesterday, doing that live stream. Do you all remember when Roma was interested in Guimaraes? Nainggolan at 33 years old has better records than Guimaraes. And also, another thing to say is that, in my opinion, the Belgian league is definitely more competitive than the French league. In the French league, there are 2 teams which always dominate. In the Belgian league, at least PSG doesn't always win. It's a big fight between a couple of clubs. So yes, the Belgian league is a farmers league, but he's at 33 years old, he's got better records than another defensive midfielder, Bruno Guimaraes. And I think it could be argued that the Belgian league is even more competitive than the League One in France. Because apart from last year, when did PSG ever not win a league? So, I'm putting it out there on you guys, Nainggolan, if you're watching this, come back home, buddy, because the entire Olympic would collapse. So yeah, lads and lasses, I thought, why not? Why not? The message of today's live stream is why not? And yeah, lads and lasses, if you're new here, please subscribe. Look at that, we're 2 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the like button as soon as it becomes a video, and pop a comment in the comments below what you think about this. Would you be impressed? Would you be deluded? Just bear in mind that Roma would not spend a lot of money on this. And yeah, follow me on Instagram down there on _the Simon Show. Subscribe to my second channel, all on travel vlogs and stuff. I've got massive plans on that channel as well. So subscribe to that. Link is in the description below. I want to wish a massive St. Valentine's to every couples out there. Every couples, wife, girlfriends out there, have a wonderful St. Valentine's Day. And I will catch you tomorrow for more AS Roma news. Simon out. And as Nainggolan says, Lazio merda.